Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amused Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Spinmaster Superman movie figures. I wasn't sure if I was going to review them, but just to clear out my review table, we'll just go ahead and do this as a pack because, the articulation isn't really that complicated, and we're just going to be dealing in terms of what they look like in the end, right? So here they are all in packaging. They're all the same packaging, as you can see, same exact ones. And then in the back, it's all the exact same ones. So let me go ahead and open them up and we'll take a look at some toys. So here they all are out of packaging, but before we dive into the figures, I just want to say again, having cut out these card backs or figures out of the card backs, I was like, wait a minute, this is so similar to Kenner's design or Hasbro's design. Now, I know Kenner's defunct, but Kenner's owned by Hasbro, and I'm surprised that they were able to get away with creating a card back so similar to Kenner's or Hasbro's. Because you can see it's exactly the same size. The format is almost the same, where it has the white kind of borderline and then the title. The only thing, honestly, that's missing is a portrait or a picture here of the character. I think if they had done that, or if they had moved the name here to the front, then they might have been way too close and could have ended up infringing copyright. But going this far, I would have thought that they couldn't do this. So maybe Kenner didn't copyright this design, and so they just copied it almost the same. But I mean, like, who would have thought that this format would be so popular that it needed to be copyrighted? But I don't know. It's just weird. It's so similar. Like, even the punch hole is the same. Anyway, all right, let's go to the figures. All right, so here are the figures individually. This is Jor-El in the black suit, which I thought was the regular one, but apparently it's the rare one. Because this is the one I keep seeing in the pegs. I haven't seen the white robe Jor-El yet, which I guess is the regular, and this is the rare one because this is the suit that he wore when he was sentencing the criminal Kryptonians, and he comes with this rod. As you know, this is the one that he used to activate the dome and the Phantom Zone as he carried them away. Superman over here has a green kryptonite necklace. Lois Lane has a notepad for as an accessory, and it does say something. We'll go into that later. Lex Luthor was kind of a surprise. I knew he was coming in with a newspaper, but I thought Lex Luthor was actually two figures similar to Jor-El, one with the wig or one with the hair and one without the hair. So I'm pleasantly surprised that the hair is removable. Excellent. And then Zod comes in with the Phantom Zone as if he didn't miss it enough. So let's go ahead and do some close-ups and see what's going on with these figures. I apologize, I was painting a room, so my hand is a mess, but then again, it was always a mess with my dirty fingernails. Here is the Phantom Zone. I'm surprised they didn't use something from the movie, but maybe likeness rights. It's still pretty cool though that they included this one. Now, like, they should have had another one here so that when you flip it, it's just, you know what I mean? But different positions of the head. Here's Zod. Now, this is very, very similar to the old 78 Kenner Star Wars line, so likeness is not the best option. Or maybe it's closer to the retro vintage Star Wars, so likeness is not really gonna be a thing. I was just glad to have gotten this. But yeah, it's 5 points of articulation. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's okay. So here's the thing, right? Oh, well, we'll talk about that later. Let's move on to the figures. So here it is for Lex Luthor. Twin nuclear missiles confirmed. Live warhead to be used. You can really read that much off of it. So this is probably using a copy of what was used in the movie. Here's Lex Luthor. I didn't go throughout the whole figure with Zod. It's just black paint and hair on his chest. So, oh, his head does not turn. What? So this guy's only at 4 points of articulation. Okay, Zod. Okay, Luthor. You evil maniac, you. Interesting suit. Paint is pretty awful. But, oh, you know what? He's got a watch. Cuffs over here. And some boots. And then you have the hair to plug in his hair. Now you know it's a wig. There you go. Lex Luthor. Criminal mastermind. Here is Lois Lane's notepad, and you can't read it. Interestingly enough, I can read it from here. I spent the night with Superman and Lois Lane. That's what it says. Then the bottom part is squiggly wiggly. I don't read. I can't read. Oh, you have a pen over here to the side. Let's bring out Lois Lane here. Yeah. Oh, and she's got the turn, so she's 5 points of articulation. Nice 70s, 80s jacket. With a long coat. Oh, that's funny. So she's actually wearing 3 pieces of clothing. A shirt, a vest, it looks like, and then a long overcoat. Brown shoes, very practical, Miss Lane, very practical. Kryptonite necklace, very flexible. Here's Superman, the star of the show, and he's got some smudge on his emblem. I got a second one of him. Is the second one better? Better. There's a slight smudge right here in the emblem. His head does turn, so it's 5 points of articulation. The cape is stiff, but it's actually glued onto the back. And there's no holes at the bottom, so they're just standing on their own. And here is Zod, and I just lost the controlling rod. Here's the face for Zod. This is Jor-El. A little mess up on the emblem as well. He does have a head swivel, shoulder, hip joint. All right, so what was I gonna say? Oh, let's go back to Zod, because for Zod I actually have something a little special. I have the very first Mattel's DC Comics Multiverse Zod. I bought this for $15 because I wanted to see. I've been looking for this for the longest time, but they're quite expensive in the aftermarket, and the Superman one for sure is like $50 if you're lucky to see it. Otherwise it's like 60 or 70, which is, I'm not gonna pay 60 or 70 for 3.75 figure, even if it is Superman, even if it is Christopher Reeve Superman. Now, I always try to look for reviews on these things, but this is just far enough away that YouTubers, YouTubers weren't really that into it yet. Um, but so here's a comparison between the two. Obviously, the Mattel one looks way better, more proportionate than this one. And in fact, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 for the elbows, 5, 6 for the waist, 7 for the hips, 8 for the side hips, 9, 10, 11, and 12 points of articulation. So yeah, definitely a better figure. And $15, because for me this is a, and by the way, the tier 1 category definition of my toys, I got it reversed. The tiers are actually referring to the characters, the categories referring to the figure, type of figure. So this is a tier 1 character for me, Zod, Superman, the original General Zod. This is kind of like a category 4. Yeah, this is maybe a category 3, because it's got enough articulation, but it doesn't have the, this is category 4. I need, in order for this thing to be category 3, I think it needs to have oh, it's got a bicep swivel. Oh, this is probably category 3, because the 2 is the old TVC, where it doesn't have the ankle rocker, it doesn't have the barbell joints. Category 3 is, this is probably category 3 for me. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's got this one too, so it's not just, yeah. So this is a pretty good figure, especially since it's almost like mimicking what the DC Universe Classics used to have. The only thing is, as you can see, it's quite tall. It's almost like 4¼ inches, or it's almost reaching 4½. Unfortunately, so that kind of blows it. I can't have it. I can't have it in my Star Wars figures. I'm gonna bring out, here is a normal 3.7. Well, I'll just bring out Batman. Here's a normal 3.75, because he is 3.75. He lines up with my Star Wars, right? He's way too tall. Now let me get them in frame so you can see that they are lined up, foot to head. And this is the one. So this, I just can't have him. It's too tall. Even though he has so much more better looks and articulation. So here's the thing. So even though this is a category 5 figure, where it's only got 5 points of articulation, it's really bad. The sculpt is bad in my opinion, because this is like, it really is harkening to the old Kenner days. And I'm not that retro guy, I've been there. I don't want to do old toys. Oh my god, look at how big that is. What happened? Superman is so much more taller than Zod. I didn't even realize that. Like, this Superman is literally about the same height as the old Mattel ones. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This line is all over the place. So where is Lois Lane? Okay, Lois Lane. Maybe they're doing it like really to scale. Alright, I just checked. Terrence Stamp is 6 feet tall. Christopher Reeve is supposedly 6'4". There is no way he's that small. And then Lex Luthor or Gene Hackman is 6'2". So this is just bad scaling. That already throws me off. Like, Superman's just way too tall. Like, maybe he would be this. He should be the same height as Marlon Brando. So this, and I really don't like it when a line messes up the scale within their line. You know what I mean? Um, and I can see why they might have done that. They wanted Superman to stand out, so they made him extra higher, taller than the rest of the figures. But that just kills it for me. So for me, there's a strong, strong nostalgia to this one. I love 1978 Superman, the movie. I love these characters. They are like a core memory in my childhood. So, and the fact that they're only like what, $8, I think, when I bought them, it was an instant buy. Let's do the value system on this one. Base price 10 equaling to $8 a figure. However, we weren't really sure what the scaling of this was. They said it was going to be Kenner style, and Kenner style is 3.75. And I kind of got excited that a lot of people were confirming that, but some people were saying it's 4 inches high, which was like a bummer. So when I bought it, I knew there was a possibility of it being 4 inches, but I was really, really hoping for 3.75. Let's go with a base value of 10, 12, where I would be satisfied. I'm gonna deduct 1 point because they do not scale within each figure. That's a disappointment. Superman's too tall. I'm gonna deduct another point because when they said it's Kenner style, I guess technically they're correct. It is Kenner style. They're chunky. They're not completely, they're inaccurate to the actors. They only have 5 points of articulation. But it's not Kenner scale, and that's a disappointment. So what was that? Base value 10. Oh, value of 10, which is, I feel confident in that. I think you kind of know what you were going. I kind of knew what I was going for. That they were going to be Kenner style, but not necessarily Kenner scale, because they did not confirm it was 3.75. So I knew that, kind of knew that going in. You know what? I think it should be 9. I think the value should be 9 because at least they should have scaled within each other. And Superman is just way too tall. Everybody else is just fine. No, you know what? It's a value of 10. Superman will be a value of 9, which is kind of weird for me to say. Like that I would actually devalue Superman because he's my most favorite figure, but I have to because he's out of scale with the rest of them, which is ridiculous. So what am I going to do with this one? This is gonna stand out. I'm not even sure I can use this as I had originally planned them to be because I think I still can. Like for example, if I were to stand them up with the real Ghostbusters, which is like G.I. Joe O-ring style, and oh my gosh, they're still way too tall compared to that. I mean, I was hoping that the chunkiness of the O-ring style would kind of make them fit a little bit more because now you're no longer thinking of how badly proportioned these are, but they are still way too tall. Let me take off the proton pack so it just sits squarely. He's like, if they had all been like, look, Lois Lane would have been is perfect for it. You know what, I can get away with it. It's just I don't have a Superman, which is ridiculous. Now I say, yeah, it's okay for me to value him at 9. It's like I mean, I can almost get away with it, as you can see. Like if I put him in a corner or spread him around, I can almost get away with it. But Superman, you can't. It's just way too tall. I can't even try to buy this Mattel one for $60 because he's way too tall. That's quite unfortunate. Oh, here's a Kenner style figure. Here's a Kenner style figure. Retro Marvel Legends. See, I can almost get away with it. It's just, I just can't. Too bad. I can use the other guys, but not Superman, which is the main character. Anyway, that's it for my review of Spin Master's 1978 movie Kenner styled figures. For the price, they're still pretty good. But I wasn't gonna give them a point for that because that is what I'm expecting. However, I really should, because Spin Master, I've always applauded them for not gouging the collectors. They're not thinking of the collector industry. They're still thinking of a toy as a toy company. So it's not like with Super 7 where they would charge you $17 for something like this, which is ridiculous. Or even $17 for something like this, which is ridiculous. Like Hasbro's charging $11 or $12 for these. But Super 7 somehow thinks they should charge you $20. Anyway, so the price I should bump up the value because it's an $8 price toy, but I can't because that's what they were marketed for, and the fact that I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not even disappointed with the lack of design, with how antiquated this design style is. I'm just disappointed by the size. If it had been 3.75, the value would have been high. If this had been 3.75 within scale of each other, it would have been even higher. I would be happy with this. I would probably value it at 12. That's why I started from 12, because that's what I was thinking of valuing it. If I had actually started at 10 on this one, can you imagine? This would be 8 and this would be 7. But the price is what drew me in. Anyway, so that's it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm leaving this value 9, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Base price 10, equaling to $8 a figure. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. I will see you guys again soon on my next review. Bye.